I want to do a second date update. If you have ever dated or you are dating, listen to this. Maya in Van Nuys reaching out for some help here. So Maya says she met this guy at church. And she said, oh, by the way, we had my niece's baptism the other day. And you ever made the mistake in church when you're reading out loud from the hymnal that you read the part that's not supposed to be read?
You read too much?
Well, I read the part you're supposed to fill in the blank, but I read the fill in the blank part. You ever make a mistake? And then I got nervous to read out too loud in the church. I get anxiety when I'm reading from the hymnal out loud.
It happens.
I got asked to read at temple last weekend, and I've never been more nervous or stressed.
Terrifying, right? In
my life.
I have weird anxiety when it comes to reading out loud in church.
Yeah.
So I kind of follow along. I mumble the first couple of beats and then follow the people next to me. Anyway, so she meets this guy at church, and they started talking in the lobby after the service. One day he was on his own. She says he invited me to get coffee, and it was great. We exchanged numbers, and it was so nice. He has now blown me off. I don't know what went wrong. So Maya, good morning, Maya. Thanks for calling.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure. So, all right, you meet at church, you see each other in the lobby. It's a good time to say hello to people. You probably timed it right, and then you guys go and you hang out outside of church. You say that you went to go get coffee, and you guys had a nice chat. Just once? Did you only go out once?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
We just went out for coffee one time.
Easy conversation?
I thought so, yeah.
Exchange numbers? And what has happened since? What kind of electronic communication has happened since?
None. So, yeah, we both go to church, and in the Church of the Valley in Van Nuys, and since our coffee date, it's been radio silence for days. And so finally, on Wednesday, I texted him and I said, I had a great time on Sunday. Maybe we could get some lunch after the service this weekend. And he said, sorry, I don't think that's going to work. Thank you, though. There was no, maybe next Sunday, or, I would love to, but I can't, nothing. It was just nope, not going to happen.
Plus, you guys are going to see each other inevitably at church. So it's a little strange that he would shut it down so rigidly. And there's nothing that strikes you that was at the coffee that was a weird moment?
No, everything seemed to be going really well. But now I feel like I can't go to my church. So I've been going to Little Brown Church in Studio City.
Oh, I love that church.
Him.
So you moved locations?
I mean, they're affiliated, so it's not but I've been going to a different location because I'm nervous that I don't know what it. Yeah, I'm I don't want to run into him and it be awkward until I know what's going on.
Well, listen, do you want us to get into this? Maybe the Lord is involved here. Maybe the Lord does not want you guys to run into each other and cross paths.
Lord.
Could be.
I feel like we hit it off so well, and we go to the same church, and it's it just seemed so perfect.
It could be a big misunderstanding, and then we could be helping.
Well, let's try and clear it up.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just saying, if there's another power at work here, we're going to get involved with your permission.
Right.
Please.
Also, Little Brown Church is so cute. Maybe you're just meant to be there.
But again, sometimes you're driven down a path because the universe wants you to be down that path and not cross paths with somebody. But we'll meddle. Maya, hang on one second. This guy's name is Ashton. So we'll find out if we can get Ashton on the line. See why Ashton blew off Maya. And now Maya's going to another church. Coming back with that. Thank you for listening to us. We got him. So we're in the middle of a second date update. Maya met Ashton at church. They mingled in the lobby post the 11 o'clock service, I think. And they went out for coffee afterwards. Good conversation. She said the conversation went well and she liked him. They exchanged numbers, and now he doesn't want to hang out with her again. Kind of shut her down. So she's actually going to a different location to go to church for the moment because she doesn't want the awkwardness of running into him, and she doesn't know why she got pushed away by him when everything seemed to be going well. So, Maya, have him on the line. Be very quiet. Don't say anything. We're going to try and find out what's going on, okay?
Okay.
Ashton, thanks for holding on, bro. Appreciate you coming on. Just so you're aware, your voice is being broadcast on the radio right now. I've got Sisney and Tanya with me here, and we're calling about a woman named Maya that you met at church. Does that sound familiar?
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Tell me about Maya. So what's she like?
Maya is okay, yeah. So Maya's a very sweet girl. We go to the same church. We're kind of friends from afar, and we went on a date recently.
How'd that go?
It went really well. We had a lovely time. I really think she's wonderful. She's got these amazing eyes. She's a beautiful laugh. I had a great time with her. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, forgive our prying here, but so if things went well and you had a great time with her, do you have plans to see her anymore?
I mean, I'm sure I'll run into her at church.
But you're
Did
not
you want
really
to ask her out again?
Yeah, are you making an effort to see her again?
Are you asking on her behalf?
Yes.
Okay. I have to say, well, it's none of my business, but I don't think we're a good match.
Why is that on her behalf?
Oh.
She has a bit of a checkered past.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
That's her business. It's not my place to expose her on the radio.
Understood. I think that's fair.
I'm not comfortable doing that.
Okay, so there was something about her past that made you feel uncomfortable?
Yeah.
And you didn't know about this? But by the way, if it's in her past, what's the big deal?
So what, she did like some bad things?
Yeah, I Googled her, and some stuff came up.
Like...
Okay, well, hold on for a second, Ashton. We have Maya on the phone here. Maya, are you listening to this here? Can you hear Ashton?
Yes, I can.
All right, well, we don't want you to say anything that makes you uncomfortable, but you just heard Ashton comment about, I don't know what it is in your past that he's referring to, but something made him uneasy.
Yeah. I mean, he must have done more than just Google me.
Oh.
But
is there anything you want to share with us about what we're talking about?
Yeah, I use one of those background check sites. I use it quite a bit.
Maya, what happened in your past that he's so concerned about and can't get over?
I mean, you can go ahead and say.
Oh.
Okay. So you were arrested?
I was, yeah, public intoxication in college, and we got the charges dropped, but apparently it still shows up on those types of sites.
Okay, and you were also evicted?
Yeah, I was. It was around the same time, and in fact, that's actually one of the reasons why I go to church every weekend. I turned my life around, and I was in a really dark place in 2017, and I don't want to go back there, so...
A while ago, and sounds like she's moved on. And how about forgiveness?
Yeah. And I feel like all of this she probably would have just told you if you would have asked her about her past.
Right. And it sounds like she's in a totally different space, bro.
Yeah. I know I should have asked, and I know I should have brought this up. It felt strange to do that, to admit that I looked you up.
So maybe stop looking people up. This is going to start, you're going to keep doing this with everybody.
Look, I've been, how do I say this? I've been burned before,
Yeah,
so
I get
do
it
it to protect myself.
But look, Maya's making real effort to, it sounds like, make this something that was completely in the past and will always be in the past and grow as a person today and in the future. And that's where you met. You met at the place where she's trying to be a better person, right? You met at a church service. And so I'm not going to tell you what you should do because it's your dating life, but you now have a full picture of what Maya did and where she is now, is there any interest there, or is this something you can't get past, Ashton?
No. I mean, yeah, I think that would be cool to go out again.
Maya, is that something you want to do?
I'm going to need a minute. Yeah, I think I'm going to need a minute on that. I don't really love the background thing, and I don't love the judginess about my past instead of, knowing me where I am now. It's just like, maybe we can talk on Sunday.
I also don't want to be tiptoeing around
and see
judginess.
How things. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, Maya.
All right. Our work is done. Ashton, Maya, thank you very much for both being candid with us. And we wish you guys the best of luck, okay?
And Ashton, lay off the background checks. It's like, just start having conversations with these women. Like, you don't need to jump into the background check stuff. Maybe do that once you maybe see red flags, but have conversations with them first.
That's a good point. Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you very much for coming on. Good luck. I feel like she's going to be uncomfortable no matter what happens now.
Yeah, because now
with
she
him.
doesn't trust him.
Feeling judged is
feeling
the
judged
worst.
sucks. It does. Yeah, it's like once you feel that, it's hard to go back to not feel that. So that was not great. All right, 102.7 Kiss FM. Seacrest with you. That's called a second date update. We do those every once in a while. No telling how they're going to turn out sometimes.
No.
But
now she knows. I think this one turned out great.
I agree.
I think they
now
both
she knows.
learned something.